The Monday, 2/17/2025. New cyber attacks and data breaches. Staying ahead of cybercriminals requires constant vigilance. Recent attacks highlight the need for robust security measures and a proactive approach to threat detection. AI-powered attacks on the rise. A significant concern is the increasing sophistication of AI-powered cyber attacks. Cybercriminals are leveraging AI to enhance malware, making it more evasive and difficult to detect. Deepfake technology is also being employed in social engineering attacks, creating realistic fake videos and audio that can deceive even the most vigilant users. Exploiting Palo Alto Network's firewalls. In a concerning development, hackers are actively exploiting a vulnerability in Palo Alto Network's PAN-OS firewalls to bypass authentication. This vulnerability allows attackers to gain unauthorized access to sensitive systems and data, highlighting the importance of timely patching and vulnerability management. Ransomware remains a persistent threat. Ransomware continues to plague organizations worldwide. RansomHub, a prominent ransomware-as-a-service RaaS group, has targeted over 600 organizations globally in 2024, impacting various sectors, including healthcare, finance, government, and critical infrastructure. The increasing frequency and sophistication of ransomware attacks underscore the need for robust data backup and recovery strategies. Microsoft accounts. Targeted, threat actors with ties to Russia are using device code phishing to gain unauthorized access to Microsoft accounts. This technique tricks users into granting access to their accounts, allowing attackers to steal sensitive information and potentially launch further attacks. AWS AMI Name Confusion Attack. A new attack dubbed WhoAMI exploits AWS AMI name confusion to gain remote code execution. This attack highlights the importance of secure naming conventions and access controls within cloud environments. Supply chain attacks. The software supply chain remains a significant attack vector. Attackers are increasingly infiltrating open-source ecosystems, with a 156% increase in malicious packages detected in 2024 compared to the previous year. Organizations must prioritize secure software development practices and carefully vet third-party software components. Key insight. The evolving threat landscape demands a multi-layered security approach. Organizations must prioritize a combination of technical controls, security awareness training, and incident response planning to effectively mitigate the risk of cyber attacks and data breaches. Cybersecurity staffing trends. The cybersecurity industry faces a persistent talent shortage, creating challenges for organizations seeking to secure their systems and data. Growing skills gap. The demand for cybersecurity professionals continues to outpace supply, with a global shortage of 3.5 million unfilled positions expected by 2025. This shortage is driven by factors such as stricter data protection laws, the expanding attack surface of organizations, and the increasing sophistication of cyber threats. Attracting and retaining talent. Organizations are adopting innovative strategies to attract and retain cybersecurity talent. These strategies include AI-assisted recruiting, building remote cybersecurity teams, and offering apprenticeships to cultivate the next generation of security professionals. Upskilling and reskilling. Upskilling and reskilling existing staff is crucial to address the skills gap. Organizations are focusing on training employees in areas such as automation technologies and AI integration in cybersecurity. This not only helps fill critical roles, but also empowers existing employees with valuable new skills. Key insight. Addressing the cybersecurity skills gap requires a multi-pronged approach. Organizations must invest in training and development programs, embrace flexible work arrangements, and foster a culture of continuous learning to attract and retain top talent in this competitive landscape. New vulnerabilities, patches, and mitigations. Staying informed about newly discovered vulnerabilities and their associated patches is crucial for maintaining a strong security posture. AnyDesk vulnerability. A recently disclosed vulnerability in AnyDesk, a popular remote desktop application, allows attackers to read arbitrary files, including stored credentials. A proof-of-concept exploit has been published, increasing the likelihood of exploitation. AnyDesk users are strongly advised to update to version 9.01 to address this vulnerability. Palo Alto Networks, PAN-OS. Hackers are actively exploiting a high-severity authentication bypass vulnerability in Palo Alto Networks' PAN-OS software. This flaw allows unauthenticated attackers with network access to the management web interface to bypass authentication and execute certain PHP scripts. Organizations using PAN-OS should prioritize patching this vulnerability to prevent unauthorized access. NVIDIA Container Toolkit. A bypass has been discovered for a patched vulnerability in the NVIDIA Container Toolkit. This bypass could allow attackers to escape container isolation and gain access to the underlying host system. Organizations using the NVIDIA Container Toolkit should ensure they have applied the latest patches and monitor for any suspicious activity. Ivanti Connect Secure and Policy Secure. Ivanti has released security updates to address 3 critical vulnerabilities in Ivanti Connect Secure, ICS, Ivanti Policy Secure, IPS, and Ivanti Secure Access Client, ISAC. These vulnerabilities could allow attackers to execute arbitrary code, escalate privileges, and gain unauthorized access to sensitive data. Organizations using these products should prioritize applying the available patches. Sonic Wall Firewall Exploit. A vulnerability in Sonic Wall Firewalls, CVE 2024-53704, allows attackers to hijack VPN sessions. Exploitation details have been published, making it crucial for organizations to patch their Sonic Wall firewalls immediately to prevent unauthorized access and data breaches. Key insight: vulnerability management is an ongoing process. Organizations must establish a robust patch management program, prioritize vulnerabilities based on risk, and implement compensating controls when necessary to mitigate the risk of exploitation. Prevalent and emerging cyber threats. Cyber threats are constantly evolving, and organizations must stay informed about both prevalent and emerging threats to effectively defend their systems and data. Prevalent threats. Ransomware, phishing, and DDoS attacks remain prevalent cyber threats. These attacks continue to evolve, with attackers leveraging new techniques and technologies to increase their effectiveness. AI-powered attacks. AI is being increasingly used by attackers to enhance their attacks, making them more difficult to detect and defend against. This includes the use of AI in malware development, phishing campaigns, and social engineering attacks. Supply chain attacks. Supply chain attacks are emerging as a significant threat, with attackers targeting software vendors and other third parties to compromise the integrity of products and services. IoT vulnerabilities. The growing number of Internet of Things, IoT devices, presents new vulnerabilities that attackers can exploit. These devices often lack adequate security measures, making them susceptible to compromise and potential entry points for attackers. Key insight: a comprehensive cybersecurity strategy must address both current and emerging threats. Organizations should prioritize security awareness training, implement robust access controls, and stay informed about the latest threat intelligence to effectively defend against evolving cyber threats. Changes to information security compliance requirements. Keeping up with changes to information security compliance requirements is essential for organizations to avoid penalties and maintain a strong security posture. NIST Cybersecurity Framework, CSF 2.0. The NIST CSF has been updated to version 2.0, incorporating significant changes. These changes include a new govern function, emphasizing the importance of cybersecurity governance, an increased focus on supply chain risk management, and expanded industry scope to make the framework applicable to all types of organizations. Gramm-Leach-Bliley Act, GLBA, updates. The GLBA has been updated with new requirements for data breach notification and information security programs. Financial institutions must now notify the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, within 30 days of discovering a data breach affecting at least 500 people. The updated safeguards rule also requires financial institutions to implement more robust security measures to protect customer data. HIPAA Security Rule. Update: the Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, has proposed a major update to the HIPAA Security Rule. This update aims to strengthen cybersecurity for electronic protected health information, EPHI, by addressing the changing healthcare environment, the increased frequency of breaches and cyber attacks, and common compliance deficiencies. PCI DSS 4.0, the payment card industry. Data Security Standard, PCI DSS, has been updated to version 4.0. This update includes new requirements for multi-factor authentication, password security, security awareness training, and e-commerce security. It also introduces a customized approach to compliance, allowing organizations more flexibility in meeting the standard's requirements. ISO 27001:2022. The ISO 27001 standard for information security management systems has been updated to the 2022 version. This update includes new controls and requirements that address advancements in technology and the evolving threat landscape. Organizations have until October 31st, 2025, to transition to the new version. CMMC 2.0. The Department of Defense, DoD, has finalized the Cybersecurity Maturity Model Certification, CMMC program. This program requires defense contractors to meet specific cybersecurity standards to be eligible for DoD contracts. The program includes 3 levels of compliance, with increasing requirements based on the sensitivity of the information handled. Key insight: compliance is not a one-time activity. Organizations must stay informed about updates to relevant frameworks and regulations, conduct regular risk assessments, and adapt their security programs to meet evolving requirements. New penetration testing tools and techniques. Penetration testing remains a critical component of a comprehensive security strategy. New tools and techniques are constantly being developed to help organizations identify and address vulnerabilities. CloudFox. CloudFox is a command-line tool designed to help penetration testers find exploitable attack paths in cloud infrastructure. It automates tasks such as enumeration and credential harvesting, allowing testers to focus on more complex aspects of cloud security assessments. JSLUICE. JSLUICE is a tool for extracting URLs, paths, secrets, and other interesting data from JavaScript source code. This can be valuable for identifying potential vulnerabilities and sensitive information exposed within web applications. Broken Hill. Broken Hill is a tool for conducting greedy coordinate gradient, GCG attacks against large language models, LLMs. This tool helps researchers and security professionals understand and mitigate adversarial attacks on LLMs, improving the robustness of AI models against real-world threats. Swagger. Jacker. Swagger Jacker is a command-line tool for auditing exposed Swagger Open API definition files. It checks API endpoints for weak authentication and other vulnerabilities, helping organizations secure their APIs against potential attacks. asminject.py. asminject.py allows penetration testers to manipulate running Linux processes and containers by injecting arbitrary code. This tool can be used to assess the security of Linux environments and identify potential privilege escalation vulnerabilities. Key insight: penetration testing tools and techniques are constantly evolving to keep pace with the changing threat landscape. Organizations should leverage these tools to proactively identify and address vulnerabilities in their systems and applications.